We live in a time where disappearing should be impossible. Every movement is logged, every location shared, every step recorded. And yet, people still vanish. This is the story of Orhan Ekren. A man whose final day was documented in extraordinary detail, right up until the moment it wasn't. Orhan Ekren was a Turkish professor, an academic in energy sciences, a husband, a father of two. In 2021, he moved with his family to England, settling in Milton Keynes. A quiet place, predictable, safe. By late 2024, life appeared stable, until November 26. That morning, Orhan boarded a train to London. At 7:45 a.m., he left Milton Keynes. At 9 a.m., he arrived at the visa centre. His wife, Banu, watched his journey on her phone. Not because she was suspicious, but because they lived in a foreign country. Sharing location was routine, a safety habit. Everything about that morning made sense. After finishing his appointment, Orhan stayed in London. He walked through Covent Garden, then Chinatown. He sent messages, photos. He looked relaxed, present. At 12:41 p.m., he entered the underground at Leicester Square. He headed north, Camden town, a place known for crowds, bars, music, and the Regent's Canal. Orhan spent the rest of the day there. Hours passed. At 8:30 p.m., he contacted Banu again. He said the break felt good. Nothing sounded wrong. To return home, Orhan needed to reach London Euston Station. It was about 2 kilometres away, a 20-minute walk. And there were still multiple trains running late into the night. Missing one train wouldn't have mattered. Missing all of them would have been unusual. At 10:30 p.m., Orhan left the bar. This is where the timeline fractures. Banu watched his location in real time. Instead of heading toward the station, Orhan walked in the opposite direction, toward London Zoo, toward the canal. Then his pace changed. He began moving faster, not drifting, not wandering, accelerating, almost running. Banu noticed immediately. She tried to call him. Once, then again. Each call was rejected. Busy. Then, at 10:44 p.m., the signal vanished. No final message, no explanation, just silence. Banu assumed the phone had died, that Orhan would find another train, another way home. She went to sleep. He never came back. By morning, concern became alarm. Orhan hadn't contacted work, hadn't contacted anyone. This wasn't normal. Police were notified. Banu handed over everything: GPS data, messages, location logs. According to the data, Orhan's last known position was beside Regent's Canal, near London Zoo. Search teams arrived quickly, and they found something almost immediately: Orhan's bag, placed near the water. Inside it, everything: wallet, documents, personal belongings. Nothing missing. Nearby, they found wet clothes, confirmed to be Orhan's, the same clothes he had worn all day, which raised a question. If he fell into the canal, why were his clothes outside it? And if he climbed out, where did he go next? The canal was searched. Once, then again. Divers entered the water. The depth was measured, about 1.5 meters. Not deep, not hidden. Nothing was found. Days passed. Hospitals were checked. Witnesses were questioned. London is one of the most surveilled cities in the world. Yet not a single usable CCTV image of Orhan appeared. Not entering the water, not leaving the area. Nothing. 19 days later, a maintenance worker cleaning the canal noticed something: a body in the water. At the exact location of Orhan's last GPS signal, the same area divers had already searched. His family identified him. An autopsy was performed. And then, nothing. In the United Kingdom, when a death is ruled accidental, the autopsy process usually follows a clear timeline. Initial findings are made quickly, and within a few months, a full report is normally released. In this case, that never happened. More than a year has passed, and the autopsy report has still not been made public. No toxicology results, no confirmed cause of death timeline, no explanation for what the body revealed or didn't. Authorities concluded the death was accidental, possibly a fall, possibly uneven ground, possibly alcohol. But none of the supporting evidence was shared publicly. There are contradictions that remain unresolved. Why run in the opposite direction? Why reject calls moments before vanishing? Why remove clothes? Why was the body missed twice? Why did technology record everything until it didn't? This story doesn't end with a revelation. It ends with missing documents, missing footage, missing explanations. London continued moving. Trains ran, cameras watched, and one man disappeared between systems designed to prevent that. Some mysteries are loud. This one is quiet. Quiet enough to be closed. Quiet enough to remain unresolved. And until the gaps are filled, Orhan Ekren's final night remains incomplete.